Before we begin, I want to sincerely thank you for being here. If you already follow this channel, thank you for walking with us and supporting content that dares to go deeper. And if you are not subscribed yet, this is the perfect moment to do it, because today's story is not just another biblical account. It is a warning, a revelation, and a message that still speaks powerfully today. Can a single prayer stop an empire? Can a man surrounded by death and fear force heaven itself to respond? The story of King Hezekiah is one of the most intense, mysterious, and misunderstood stories in the entire Bible. It is not a comfortable story. It challenges logic, confronts pride, and exposes what happens when faith is tested at its limits. Hezekiah became king of Judah during a time of deep spiritual collapse. His father, King Ahaz, had led the nation into extreme idolatry. Pagan altars filled the land, the temple of the Lord had been neglected and defiled, and the people had lost their spiritual direction. Judah was alive politically, but spiritually dying. Most people believed it was too late. But Hezekiah refused to continue that legacy. From the very beginning of his reign, he made decisions that shocked the nation. He did not seek popularity. He did not follow corrupted traditions. Instead, he reopened the doors of the temple, purified it, restored true worship, and called the people to repentance. His leadership was not soft. It was decisive. Many criticized him. Others mocked his radical reforms. But Hezekiah understood something most leaders fail to realize. When God is removed from the center, protection disappears. One of his most controversial actions was destroying the bronze serpent that Moses had made centuries earlier. That serpent had once been used by God to save lives, but now the people worshipped it as an idol. Without hesitation, Hezekiah broke it into pieces. He knew that anything, even something once sacred, can become dangerous when it replaces God. And just as Judah began to return to the Lord, disaster approached. The Assyrian Empire was advancing like an unstoppable force. Nation after nation fell. Fortified cities collapsed. Kings surrendered without resistance. No army could stand against them. Eventually, the Assyrian forces surrounded Jerusalem itself. King Sennacherib sent messengers to terrorize the people. They mocked God openly, ridiculed faith, and compared the Lord of Israel to the powerless gods of defeated nations. Their words were not just military threats, they were spiritual attacks designed to destroy hope from within. Fear spread through the city. From a human perspective, Hezekiah had no chance. His army was small, his resources were limited. Defeat seemed inevitable. Everything pointed toward destruction. But this is where the story takes a dramatic turn. Hezekiah did not respond with pride or panic. He went up to the temple of the Lord, took the threatening letter, and spread it before God. His prayer was honest, humble, and desperate. He did not pretend to be strong. He acknowledged his weakness and declared total dependence on the Lord. And heaven listened. God answered through the prophet Isaiah, declaring that Jerusalem would not fall, that not a single arrow would enter the city. It sounded impossible. unrealistic, almost foolish. Until night came, without warning, without battle, without noise. The angel of the Lord struck the Assyrian camp. By morning, more than 180,000 soldiers were dead. The greatest military power of the time was defeated without a single sword lifted by Judah. Sennacherib returned home in shame, and later was killed by his own sons. But Hezekiah's story does not end with victory. Not long after, the king became critically ill. His condition was fatal. The prophet Isaiah came to him with a direct message: "Prepare your house, because you will die." There was no comfort in those words. No delay promised. Many would have accepted that fate, but Hezekiah turned his face to the wall and wept. He prayed again, reminding God of his faithfulness, his obedience, and his desire to live for his glory. It was not a polished prayer. It was raw, emotional, and sincere. And once again, heaven responded. Before Isaiah had even left the palace, God changed the decree. 15 more years were added to Hezekiah's life. As a sign, the shadow on the sundial moved backward. Time itself obeyed God to confirm his promise. But here lies the most unsettling part of the story. In his later years, Hezekiah allowed pride to enter quietly. When envoys from Babylon came to visit, he showed them all his treasures, his wealth, and his power. Instead of pointing them to God, he pointed them to himself. Isaiah confronted him again and declared that everything he had shown would one day be carried away. The victory had been real. The faith had been genuine, but the warning was clear. Even the most faithful can fall when they stop guarding their hearts. Hezekiah was a great king, but his story reveals a deep truth. The greatest danger often comes after the miracle, not before it. This story forces us to ask uncomfortable questions. What do we do when God delivers us? Do we continue to depend on Him, or do we start trusting ourselves? If this story challenged you, don't forget to like this video, share it with someone who needs this message today, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next powerful and hidden biblical stories. Thank you for staying until the end. See you in the next video.